Going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Thursday, October the 10th, 2019. Coming at you with a free play recap of Wednesday and doing this video late Wednesday night, very early Thursday morning because if anybody watched my live show today, I told you how busy of a Thursday we were going to have, and I'm trying to go live Thursday morning or this morning. I have to be at a meeting at noon, be there for a couple of hours, not to mention, games that we've got going on today. We've got NFL, we've got NHL, we've got college football going on, we've got MLB. So there's a lot of action, so there'll probably be a nice little slate of premium and top plays. And because of that, the only way that I was going to be able to find a way to go live is if I knock this out and get this done. That way I do not have to worry about it in the morning. And plus, I'm going to try, and it is going on 2 a.m. and I got to be up again at 5:30. That's my normal time that I get up. And then my wife's going to do me a solid in the morning by taking all the kids to school. Usually she does one school run because we got one in middle school, then we got them in elementary school. And, I do the elementary school run. She's going to do everything for me in the morning. That way I can get up and just focus on work. And then my daughter wants me to come to her field day tomorrow at school, which she knows that I have a meeting and that I can't stay very long. But, if I could get everything that I needed to get done that morning, I've already pushed a conference call up to 8:30 versus 9:30, that I could maybe work something out, try to buy a half hour and get to the school and watch her for a few minutes before I had to head to that meeting. So I'm going to try that. Didn't make any promises. She doesn't think that I'm coming because of work, but hopefully I'll be able to find a way to surprise her. So let's get to work so I can get a few hours of sleep, and then we will get on it. So I guess we'll start with the elephant in the room. The Washington Nationals take down the best offensive team in baseball, in my opinion. And I didn't say the best team in baseball. I said the best offensive team. I truly believe that overall, the Dodgers have the best offense in baseball. And their offense did well tonight. But, as I've said 1,000 times on video, all the way through, we've talked about it last season. We've talked about it throughout the regular season, and I mentioned it. I don't know how many times going into this postseason, how Clayton Kershaw, as great of a pitcher as he is, as talented as he is, as valuable of an asset to anybody's pitching rotation that there could ever be, he is just absolute garbage in the postseason. He's a choke artist in the postseason. I don't know what it is. I hate it for the guy because he's a great pitcher, and I actually like Clayton. I don't like the Dodgers whatsoever, but I like Clayton Kershaw. I like Dave Roberts. And I made a joke earlier, but you know what? It would actually make great sense. Like, look at what Dave Roberts has done. Look at the success that the man's had in LA. How many games they've won. Look at all the postseason appearances. Look at all the World Series appearances. The National League, the pennants that they've won. Just postseason after postseason after postseason. But nothing to show for it World Series wise. And it's kind of disheartening. It really is. But as a Cubs fan, I don't feel bad for anybody. Because, look at how long we went. I thought that I may never see one in my lifetime. But I was like, when he went out there and pitched in Game 2, I didn't 100% agree with it. I really think that LA needed to get out to that 2-game lead and then potentially mess around with Clayton, because it was inevitable they were going to have to use him. But if you think about it, in a best of 5, they didn't have to use him here. He's still the second best piece of that lineup. And to be honest with you, even though Ryu was this season's best piece, and then you had like Bueller. He went out there in Game 1, did his thing. He went out there tonight and did his thing. If you think about long term, Clayton is by far the stud of the team. But he showed in Game 2 what Clayton does in the postseason. And I thought when they put him in tonight, I said, this may be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You're up 3-1. You're going into essentially the very end of the game, and you have plenty of bullpen arms left. Run through that bullpen. Run it dry if you have to. Just get out of this game. Put in Clayton, which I was joking, saying, well, maybe Dave Roberts did it, thinking two things were going to happen. Either Clayton was going to win the game, and he was going to be one step closer to a World Series again, or he was going to do what Clayton does in the postseason and give it up. They were going to lose. Dave Roberts was going to get blamed for it. He was going to get fired, and then he would be probably given the opportunity to interview for the Cubs position. And I just, it was a joke that I told, but I'll be honest with you, I'd love to have Dave Roberts in the dugout in Chicago. But hats off to the Washington Nationals, man. They never once gave up. They never once put their head down. They never once said it was over. Do I think the Nationals outplayed the Dodgers? I do think they outplayed them in certain parts of this series. I do still think the Dodgers are a much better team than the Nationals. I think the Dodgers deserve this series. I do not think the Nationals won this game. I do think that it was Clayton Kershaw hanging them right over the plate, back to back, letting them tie it up. And I said it, and I even heard the announcer say it, and this was the first time I actually was listening to an announcer in recent years that said something that just was 100% true, that makes you know that they actually pay attention and know this game. And they said, the Dodgers have to win it here. They have to win it in the bottom of the ninth, because if they don't, the Nationals can and will win it in the 10th. That's their inning. The 10th inning, all year long, any team in baseball, the Nationals are a 10th inning team. So, hats off to them. It sucks. We had to play on the Dodgers. We were on the right side of it. We really were. I mean, seriously, we were just a couple out. I mean, we were just a few outs away. What was it? 5 outs, 6 outs away from going out there and sealing the deal on that one. But got scorched. Anybody that watched the live show today, I told you that I like the over in the Braves-Cardinals game. I had that one, I'd say it went over by just a little bit. But the Braves got absolutely rocked. I mean, rocked. Anybody catch the speech from the Cardinals manager cussing up a storm, dropping the F word, every other word? I'm going to be honest with you. Good for St. Louis. I think that the Nationals are a better team than St. Louis anyway. They got their work cut out for them there, but I'm telling you this. If St. Louis were to get past Washington, which is more than possible, and they have to play in the World Series, mark my words, St. Louis won't win a game if they make it to the World Series. They'll get swept 4-0, and they will probably be beaten by 5+ runs in every game. St. Louis is not a World Series team this year, and they've got a good ways to go before they are. So we'll see what happens. Hey, all right, so that's that in baseball. We had 2 plays in college football, both premiums. One was a free play that I gave you. Gave you a free play on the under 70 and a half, Louisiana Lafayette, App State. And I'll be honest with you, nobody liked that play. Nobody. All the comments on yesterday's video, everybody that wanted to actually talk about that game was telling, nope, that's not the play. It's over for sure. I got probably a dozen or more emails, people telling me that may be the most ridiculous call I've ever made, and that my reasonings for taking the under were ridiculous because they were not going to go to the ground. It was going to be through the air. That's all the teams do, and they won't do anything otherwise. Well, we see what happened. It was the lowest scoring affair these teams have had in years. It was the easiest under in the world. So a nice free play winner, and it was also a premium play. And then we also took App State plus 2.5. We were looking at it at plus 1.5 when we did the video earlier. And then a lot of money started coming in on Louisiana, and it jumped up to 2.5, and we hammered it right there for a premium play. So, and they ended up winning outright. So we ended up going 2-0 in college football, And then we had the NHL. We ended up having two plays. We took Philadelphia on the money line, low money line, easy 4-0 blowout. And then we had the Vancouver Canucks. That one was a little bit more of a chalky line, but it was okay. I mean, we laid $1.25 with Philly, and then we had to lay right at 155 to 160 with Vancouver. But I've already told you in the first couple of weeks of the season, I don't mind hitting 160 because you're really not getting a ton of value when playing the puck line. And right now, unless the games are just 100% mismatched in 9 out of 10 categories, the puck line is a very difficult thing to play. I've played them a few times. We haven't lost a puck line play yet, but you've got to be, it's got to be really lopsided, and the odds makers just aren't dialed in on it. So we took the Canucks and we took the Flyers. Both were absolute easy blowout wins. So another 2-0 sweep in the NHL, and that puts us at 12-2 on the year in the NHL, 2-0 in college football. College football, I've been saying it all year. I said it before the season started. This would be my best college football year ever, and I'm holding true to it every week. Right now, we just cannot lose in college football. And I shouldn't say we can't lose. I mean, we lost a game on Saturday. We lost one game. And the game that we lost was in the Oklahoma game, and where we had two plays, so we split that game. Top plays are killing it. Games of the week are killing it. We are profiting day in and day out. Really, the only, I guess, negative in college football was a couple Fridays ago. We had three plays. We went 0-3. Got crushed. But we came right back the very next day and lit it up. So 4 plays there, nice, easy wins, but I still can't get over that Dodgers loss. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe that they're going to make – I mean, it's going to be the Cinderella story. I'm telling you right now. What's the over-under for how fast Clayton Kershaw has to go into the witness protection program? That's a marked man right there, son. And that city loved him. We'll see how long it takes him now. That's unfortunate. And I hate the Dodgers fan-wise, but rough. Anyway, let's get into a free play. What do we got going on for Thursday promo-wise? MLB season, or the rest of the postseason. So every premium and top play that we have in the postseason now going into the NLCS. ALCS will be decided tomorrow between the Rays and Houston. So it will be the Yankees versus one of those, Cardinals versus Nationals. So we still got 2 best-of-7 series left, along with the best-of-7 World Series. You can get the remainder of everything we have in MLB for $50 on the website. Top Play Month is discounted. NASCAR is discounted. What else do we have? NHL is still discounted at $500. I'm going to pull that up after tomorrow. Going into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I won't have that promo. And I also will leave the college football promo up until Friday. So up until midnight tonight. Giving you guys a chance to get it. You see what we're doing. You see all the money that we're making. So you want to jump on it now, get the discount, that's fine. But on Saturday, when you're like, okay, I want it, you haven't bought it yet, you're not getting it. You're going to pay normal price. And then 3-day pass, $50. You can get all sports, all plays with daily top play. 7 days, $99. Don't miss out, guys. We're winning games, we're cashing tickets, and it's day in and day out. All right, speaking of baseball and a wild, wild night. I've said all year, since well before the season started, who the best team in baseball was. The most rounded team, the team with the least amount of holes. The team that went 100% healthy may very well have the scariest pitching rotation that I've ever seen come into the postseason. And an absolute dominant offense. Best offense in the American League. I don't care what anybody says about New York. They're not better. And I'm sorry if this is bothering people. I'm nervous habit turning this chair. I am rolling with the Houston Astros. Now here's what is making me think that the odds makers think they might be setting some people up. You look at it, it's a high line, obviously. Why wouldn't it be? Minus 265. Only laying $1.25 on the run line. I'm just going to say thanks. Truth be told, with the mismatch, you should still be laying $1.40, $1.45. That's what I think you should be laying on the run line. Do I think it'll get to that point? Probably, because I do think a lot of money is going to come in on Houston, except for the people that are already making too much out of what happened tonight, and they're going to think that it's the year of the underdog, the year of the wild card, the Cinderella story, so on and so forth. And there's going to be money coming in back in glass now in the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's what they don't have: Houston Astros, Minute Maid Park, sold out behind their ace. Now, kind of like what we go back to Kershaw and Ryu and everything. He's not their true ace. Justin Verlander is. But this year, Garrett Cole's their ace. Garrett Cole, in my opinion, was the best pitcher in baseball this year. Ryu may end up taking that Cy Young from him, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. But Garrett Cole, the dude hadn't lost since May. And then in Game 2, when he played, what did he do? Fan 15 batters, 15 strikeouts. He's posting an ERA under 3 all year. He's gone out there against some of the most potent lineups in baseball other than his own, and he shut them down and hadn't recorded a loss since May. I'm telling you right now, guys, Houston's the best team in baseball, and it's not going to be where Houston throws in somebody that gives up back-to-back homers and a 1 in a million chance starts to happen. Houston's the best team in baseball. If they lose it themselves, because Tampa cannot beat them in this situation by being the better team. So one of two things has to happen. The outcome can be a win or a loss, but it's either going to be a Houston win or it's going to be a Houston losing it for themselves. And I'm not, by any means, ever, until he proves me otherwise, going to believe that Garrett Cole would do that to his team, especially in a situation like this. So I can tell you that wholeheartedly, I am more than confident in taking the Houston Astros. It's a premium play. I've already bet it. It's already on the site. Go get it. Houston Astros. This line's going to go up on the run line. It is. I think by game time, you're going to be paying $1.50, maybe more. So get it while you can. 7:05 first pitch. That is Eastern time. And I think the Houston Astros go out there and take care of business. I think they win by at least 4 runs. And that'll carry on my futures prediction and bet for them to win the World Series. And we'll get to go watch just an amazing ALCS this year with the Yankees and the Astros. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be a boring ALCS if we've got to watch the Rays get fucking trounced by the Yankees. I think we're going to have an interesting series with the Washington Nationals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Had it been St. Louis versus LA, I think LA would have gone out there and swept them 4-0. I don't think that Houston would sweep New York, and I do not think that Washington nor St. Louis can sweep, either one of them. So I think that Houston takes care of business here, and we get set up for quite possibly the most interesting, I guess I should say, NLCS that we've seen since the Dodgers and the Cubs in 2016. And probably the best ALCS that we've seen, I'd probably say since Kansas City won it in 2015, truth be told. So it's going to be a good one. Houston Astros, make sure you mark your pitchers here, guys. Garrett Cole, obviously, you can go ahead and mark Glass now, but they're not going to change Glass now. But Tampa Bay's sneaky like that. Who knows? Maybe they get a wild hair up their ass and thinking the only way they can do it is preserve him to the 3rd inning. You never know. So do not mark a pitcher for Tampa Bay if your book forces you to, if you have some quirky online like paperhead site that you use through one of your local guys, and it forces you to mark both pitchers if you mark any, which is rare, but I've heard of it. Go ahead and mark Glass now for the Tampa Bay Rays, but make sure you mark Garrett Cole for this. He is the deciding factor, and Houston, I would back him either way, but with him on the mound, it goes from very confident to I can't get any more confident in Houston. in any situation this postseason. Houston Astros run line minus $1.25. Premium free play for you right there. Go jump on one of the discounts. And like I said, we are going to attempt to go live this morning. Like I said, I'm going to try to do something, and go surprise my daughter. So be on the lookout for Twitter. It's probably going to be somewhere around 9:30, 9:45ish Eastern time. If we can go live, like I said, I pushed back one conference call to 8:30. So, hopefully if I can get everything done pick-wise, because I'll be up at 5:30 and at it. Well, I'll be up at 5:30. I'll be sitting in front of my computer probably by about 6:15. Once I grab a cup of coffee, get a shower and stuff. But if we are able to go live, we're probably going to be somewhere 9:30, 9:45ish. But if we get it set, and I am going to go live, I will throw it in the YouTube community as well as on Twitter at PicksChase, so that way you can kind of follow along that. And if I am going to go live, I will make the announcement as to what time we will be going live, so you can be ready and prepared for it to jump in, join the chat, because we're going to pick up where we left off with college football, and we're probably going to dive deeper into football for this weekend and discuss a lot of NFL, because once I get done with tomorrow, I'm immediately going to start working on Saturday, and I'll be working on Saturday's plays from basically late tomorrow afternoon until all the way about mid-morning Saturday. So it's going to be another big weekend. Don't miss out, guys. I cannot wait to share it with you. Make sure you jump on some package, something that's going to get you these winning plays. Guys, remember, if this is just a hobby for you and you want to turn it into a business, you're in the right place. If you just want it to be a hobby, let it be a hobby. No reason you still can't join on a smaller package and allow your hobby to make money for you. But if you really want to treat it like a true business, pull your pants up, tighten your belt buckle, get ready for the ride of your life. Because I can promise you, if you're diligent and you wager and invest like I say, and you stay on the course, and you don't veer off of it when you think that you can't lose, or when you think that I can't lose, you always stay the course. At the end of the year, you'll go, holy shit, I didn't know that I could get a second job that paid that and not have to do any work. Or, hell, I didn't know that I could get a second job that didn't require any work that pays more than my good paying job. Hell, I didn't know that I could get a side job that after 3 years I'm putting back stuff and actually considering retirement. I've got 2 customers of mine that told me that in the past month. That, kind of older gentlemen, successful, made a good living. Each one of them were right around the 10-year mark to retire. They've been with me for about 2 years, and I've got one of them that says that if he does this for 2 more years and it keeps going as good, if not better, he will be retiring then, which is about 6 years earlier than projected. And the other guy has already redone his portfolio based on what he's made. He's gone from a 10-year retirement plan all the way down to a 6-year retirement plan. And if it keeps going the way it's going, he thinks that it will probably be around the same, around 4 years versus 10, 6 more years added on to your golden years where you can enjoy life instead of going out there and just living for the weekend. Don't ever live for the weekend, guys. Never, never. If you don't enjoy what you do, figure out what it is you love, how to make money at it, and make sure you go do that. Life's too short to sit there and work for somebody else that doesn't give 2 shits about you and make them money. Go make yourself money, guys. I love you all. God bless. Houston Astros minus 1.5, minus $1.25. If you have any questions, chase at chasewins.com. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And hopefully I will see you live here in just a handful of hours. Love you guys. Happy Thursday to everyone. Let's go kill another day.